Good evening. Further to the main presentation, I just wanted to share a little bit more information about accessing a top university. As you'd have seen on the presentation and heard from Ms. Simmons and myself, the pathway which our post-16 students take is very varied. We were here to support all students, whichever pathway they wish to follow. But statistically, over many years, the vast majority of Ringwood students tend to head to university. And not only university at the end of year 13, but university 2, 3, 4 years after they've left us. And so we are here to guide and support students on whichever pathway they wish to follow. But typically we might expect to see those percentages of higher education rise to 80, 85, and in some years even 90% of students who have attended higher education 2, 3, 4 years after leaving us with their A-levels and vocational qualifications. So as we saw and as we've already heard, the variety in courses of university courses and universities that students go to is hugely varied. So our Deputy Director of Sixth Form, Mrs. Robinson, and our UCAS, who is our UCAS coordinator, keeps up to date with the very, very latest trends, sharing that information with myself and other senior colleagues and tutors to make sure the guidance that we are offering our students is the very, very latest and making sure they can follow their dreams and pursue the careers and pathways that they wish to follow. So choosing that combination of subjects is so important. I've already stressed how important that is, but it's really, really important for students to understand why we choose 3 subjects. 3 subjects enable students to access those higher courses, those higher education courses, those ones they desire. And the trend of a 4th A-level has perhaps has very much moved away now, and I'll explain why in a short while. Talking to students, talking to people that have been there and done it, current students, is a really powerful way of exploring and making sure that you are choosing the right pathway. As I've already stated in the main presentation, universities are looking for students who not only have good grades, but in the right courses for which they to apply. So I stress again the importance of using our career platform like Unifrog or the UCAS website to check out what potential degrees might require in the future before you settle and find your sixth form courses and what we call your program of study ahead of starting in September. Those house values in terms of being able to access the most competitive universities are clearly things that you need to embrace. Things like stretching your imagination, persevering, engaging, challenging yourself are all skills and qualities that we can't measure in A-level results. We can't measure those in test scores, but are skills and qualities that the very top, the most competitive universities are looking for you to develop. And you develop that as part of your enrichment program, both sort of pastorally in terms of things you look to enjoy and develop, but also academically. And one of the main reasons for going to 3 A-levels from 4, which was the trend for many years, is that developing your intellectual curiosity is what universities, employers, and higher education providers are looking for. So that might start, for example, with work experience. All year 12 students will be conducting work experience in the summer term, developing skills and links with potential employers, thinking about pathways into the future. Developing your super curricula is provided by all our subject staff and through the pastoral PSHE program that we offer, asking students to read beyond their subjects, delve deeper into areas of a particular interest that they have. And this is launched through the Higher Education Plus program, called HE Plus, run in association with Cambridge University and Peter Simmons College, where students apply to attend a series of courses, a course with a series of lectures and visits to Peter Simmons College to develop links and their understanding of how to access higher education and how to work in that environment. We use a careers-based program called Unifrog that supports students with online learning programs, courses called MOOCs, which are massive open online courses for free, many delivered by a company called Future Learn. And these will develop skills and qualities and ways of learning and ways of thinking that develop students beyond just their everyday diet of what is offered in school. We work closely with universities, the University of Southampton and St Edmund Hall in Oxford in particular. The University of Southampton help us very closely with our extended project qualification, sometimes known as the EP, also known as the EPQ. And this is an amazing opportunity for students to gain a qualification that develops the skills and qualities that are needed to access higher education. And many universities like Southampton will actually reduce their offer if a student is offering a quality EPQ. It is on a topic of interest, and through a series of research methods and presenting, the students get a grade in the qualification that boosts their application and enhances them as a learner, as a young person. And they are very, very well received. We have bespoke programs to support students through Oxbridge, Medic, Vet applications as well, and a whole series of different opportunities that come up throughout the year, which are all about getting involved to students to boost their intellectual curiosity and develop things that they are interested in. And this can be so wide varying, and students are just encouraged to get involved in anything they can. So a good starting point is asking students to watch the news, read a quality newspaper, be aware of what's going on, following something up that they're interested in by maybe watching a TED talk, doing some research. And these typical questions here that you can see on the slide would be questions that may come up at an interview, and justifying why you've read it, how you've read it, what are you watching, who are you following in terms of social media, for example, something on Twitter, an academic that you're following. And to be competitive in those most competitive of courses, in those environments, to access the very best place, the very best universities, some of them in the world, is absolutely essential that our students develop their intellectual curiosity from very early in sixth form. And that begins in the summer, where students complete bridging work prior to starting sixth form, and also then continues all the way through their academic studies with us. So when students do leave us and they are looking for those next stages, we really do hope that students have developed the skills and qualities that will enable them to succeed in a very, very competitive environment. They're enjoying their learning, they're resilient, they're academically curious, and they've got real passion and pride in the subjects and courses that they have applied for. So when we do say goodbye at our leaving ceremony in the summer of year 13, when all those courses and qualifications are finished, students really can reflect back on a really positive experience. As I've already said, any questions, please do drop us a line in the sixth form, and we're more than happy to discuss any queries you might have about anything that you've heard this evening. Take care, and I hope you enjoy your evening and look forward to receiving your applications soon.